Hello. The automatic diagnostic and announcement system welcomes you to the station. The time is 12 noon. Remember, security is here to help. Report suspicious activity immediately.
Carmen Miranda's ghost is haunting Space Station 3. Half the staff has seen her, plus the portmaster and me. And if you think we've had too much of Cookie's homemade rum, just tell me where those basket hats of fruit keep coming from. Don't go down the cargo bay when there's no ship in dock. You just might hear maracas clack and get a nasty shock. And if you hear a rumba beat, don't pass the mess room door. You just might see a tangerine come rolling down the floor. We sometimes catch a glimpse of her by station night or day. But when we try to catch her, she just laughs and fades away. The station's chief head shrinker takes his notes and drains his cup. We get rotated often, but she still keeps showing up. We don't know why we're haunted here or why it's her that haunts. We've got a betting pool for all who wonder what she wants. The best odds say she likes the rhythm of the station's drive. They didn't have phase generators while she was alive. Carmen Miranda's ghost is haunting Space Station 3. Not that we're complaining, since the fresh fruit all comes free. But now and then we wonder what it means for the human race that ghosts of generations past are taking off our space. Oh, what's the use of this looting and pillaging, swinging my ray gun through blood, guts, and gore? Raping and robbing and boozing grow boring. The life of a pirate's no fun anymore. No fun anymore, no fun anymore. It's only a job, it's no fun anymore. Always the same, all the planning and ambushing, pouncing, attacking, and hauling away. The whoring and boozing and passing out afterwards. It's getting monotonous day after day. Day after day, day after day. It's boring as hell fighting day after day. I've bounced in more beds than there's hairs on my you-know-what. I've bred enough bastards to crew my own ship. I've never had time to stay home and raise one of them. So what will I have when I've emptied my clip? Emptied my clip, emptied my clip. Who'll call me dad when I've emptied my clip? I've got an itch to go do something different and get a good farm and a nice buxom bride, raise some tall crops and a lot of fat babies. Complacency's one sin that I've never tried. I've never tried, I've never tried playing good citizen. I've never tried.
be a hero in the sky? Do you wanna be a hero in the sky? High adventure, higher pay, join the Space Marines today. Yeah, you're gonna be a hero in the sky. Do you wanna wear a macho uniform? Do you wanna wear a macho uniform? Olive shirt and BBDs, pants that bag around the knees. Yeah, we'll put you in a macho uniform. Do you wanna rise as early as the birds? Do you wanna rise as early as the birds? Well, that you'll have no choice when you hear the sergeant's voice. Yeah, you'll always rise as early as the birds. Wanna eat exotic space cuisine? Do you wanna eat exotic space cuisine? Powdered eggs and wafer bar, name a stew and burger char. Yeah, you'll always eat exotic space cuisine. Do you wanna own the latest weaponry? Do you wanna own the latest weaponry? Guns that jam and spray like hell with their stocks made by Mattel. Yeah, you'll always own the latest weaponry. Do you wanna take a bodybuilding course? Do you wanna take a bodybuilding course? Our basic training tends to grow muscles at both ends. Yeah, we'll put you through a bodybuilding course. Wanna kiss some gorgeous foreign dames? Do you wanna kiss some gorgeous foreign dames? On 100 worlds or more, there's still just one kind of whore. Yeah, that's what you'll see of gorgeous foreign dames. Do you wanna test the latest weapons made? Do you wanna test the latest weapons made? On every other pass, one will get you in the ass. Yeah, that's how you'll test the latest weapons made. Do you wanna further medical research? Do you wanna further medical research? Between modern weaponry and the new kinds of BB, you will surely further medical research. Would you be young and handsome all your life? Would you be young and handsome all your life? Well, the odds are good that you will be dead by 22, so you will be young and handsome all your life. Hero is a four-letter word. Hero is a four-letter word. Just another term for fool, and you'll learn well in our school. That hero is a four-letter word. Hero is a four-letter word.
Now I met Sam Jones on a dockside night in a rundown Viking bar. A kid of maybe 15 years at that purely nowhere star. He had no ship, he had no skills, no name or family. And he looked at me like a thirsty soul at a boundless salty sea. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Captain, take me with you. Captain, I'll work for free. I was spacer born and stranded here. Dockside's not for me. Now that tale sure is an old one. Some stationer unwise had slept up with some spacer love and got herself this prize. For space is wide and good friends are too few. And the kid grows up all restless and dreams of faring free. The stars and the worlds and foreign docks and things he'll never see. A spacer's more than born, I said, he's trained from infancy. And you've grown up station side, boy, you're no use to me. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Well, I saw him take that hope of his and turn his face away. Not give up, no, he'd never quit, just try further down the way. Hey kid, I said, you're stubborn if you work with half that will. Well, our engineer could use a hand, but we've got a berth to fill. For space is wide and good friends are too few. He stood there with that scowling look as if he hadn't heard. And then the tears ran down his face, but he didn't say a word. No, he never was much for talking after we took him on board. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, were all the words that he'd afford. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now the engineer, Kate Meacham, well, her eyes were going bad. She knew I knew, and that kid I sent drove old Kate raving mad. Out she'd yell, and he'd lie low until old Kate got cool. Then back he'd go, and he'd do the scut, while Kate would call him a fool. For space is wide, and good friends are too few. In time, Kate's eyes got much worse, and every crewman knew. But Kate herself, well, her heart would stop on the day she left the crew. That close-mouthed kid would never talk, he just covered Kate's mistakes. Kate, he'd say, check the number 4, or Kate, that's 9.8. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now we made our rounds of the ports we used from Halley's to Almar. And one jump, all of our luck ran out at a little K-class star. We hit a rock, a vane went down, the ship went kiting through. No way to stop, and no damn thing that a rescue ship could do. For space is wide and good friends are too few. The number 3 bar, Kate Meacham said, that's broken on that vane. I'll send a man up, I said then, first hope I'd entertained. No way, said Kate, it's outside work, we can't fix that from here. And to pull that thing with a Hy-Vee charge is a job for the engineer. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Now we rode in dust at 3/4 sea with our shields all down and null. Kate, I said, it's hell out there, dust is chewing up our hull. It'll chew a hard suit faster still, 10 minutes is all you'll last. Die an hour later, old Kate said, I'll just work a little fast. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Well, old Kate put that hard suit on, she went out in the driving hail of a Hy-Vee gas that scoured our hull with a shriek like a banshee wail. Her voice came back so thin and weak that we could hardly hear. I'm on it now, I'm at the vane, I've got the cover clear. For space is wide and good friends are too few. And silence then, a long, long while, all drowned in static hiss. Damn this thing, my faceplate's fogged, my sight's gone all to mist. Kate, I said, get back inside, someone else will go. But then I heard the aft lock work 2 levels down below. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Steady, Kate, said the kid's low voice, then while the minutes ran. Easy, Kate, my suit's brand new, keep low as ever you can. I'll find the pins, you tell me how, and I'll get this bastard free. Kate's voice then, we listened hard, caught about 1 word in 3. For space is wide and good friends are too few. 10 minutes gone, we heard Kate say, then we heard the kid's hard breath. I got her, shove the other in, hold on for life and death. said the kid, my arm's going numb. Oh, that's it, now there, Kate, she's in. Get inside fast, get out of here. He went to static then. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Boy, hang on, we heard Kate say, then we heard Kate Meacham swear. And quiet then, just a static kiss and the stillness in the air. 10 minutes more, power up, I said, for we heard no sound back there. It was my hand to shove the lever home and the power surged and flared. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Our speed ebbed down and ebbed again as we turned for that K-class sun. But Kate and the kid went on together on the trip they'd both begun. Oh, half-blind Kate and young Sam Jones made a hell of an engineer. So turn down a glass for such as they, and thank God we're sitting here. For space is wide and good friends are too few. Yes, space is wide and good friends are too few.
Jamie Dawson was the captain of the Christian and her crew, and he flew and fought the Christian in the War of '82. Now the Christian was the tightest ship between here and Charlemagne, and the crew of Jamie Dawson was the same. On patrol in Sector 7, keeping a watch on Barbara's son, they would jump by 3 like cruisers, though they weren't a match for 1. As they came to general quarters and they sent out the alarm, Dawson's crew was sure they finally bought the farm. No one living saw that battle, though the fleet was quick to leave. When they reached the site, they found a scene no sane man could believe. Dead in space lay 3 like cruisers, cut to ribbons all around, but no sign of Dawson's Christian could be found. There are stories of the Dutchman, the Celeste and Barnum's bride. There are stories of the horseman and the lady at his side. But the tale that chills my spirit more because I know it's true is the tale of Jamie Dawson and his crew. Yes, the tale of Dawson's Christian and her crew. I was second mate on Harris Dream, a freighter on the line. We were shipping precious metals to the colony on 9. It was on the second watch of that most uneventful flight when the pirate ships appeared out of the night. Now to me there was no question, for they had us 4-1, and you can't fight dirty pirates when your freighter has no gun. So we stood by to be boarded by a party and unseen when another ship appeared upon our screen. First we thought it just a pirate, but the vector was all wrong. Then we thought it might be rescue, but the signal wasn't strong. When she didn't answer hailing, we all felt an unknown dread, for we saw her shields were up and glowing red. Now the courage of that single ship is shown by very few, but we never knew a ship could fly the way the stranger flew. Never fearing guns or numbers, like a tiger to its meats, the stranger then attacked the pirate fleets. And the stranger's beams burned brighter than all beams I'd seen before, and the stranger's shields were harder than the heart of any whore. As the battle rent the ether while we watched and shook our heads, the pirate ships were cut to bloody shreds. The pirate ships were cut to bloody shreds. Just as quickly as it started, then the fighting was all done. Oh, the pirate fleet was shattered and the stranger's ship had won. Though we tried to call and thank her, not an answer could we draw. But she dropped her shields and this is what we saw. There were 30 holes we through her and a gash along one side, and we knew that when it happened that no crew were left alive. For the markings all said Christian, deep inside us each one knew 'twas the tomb of Jamie Dawson and his crew. Now instead of flying off, the strangers then began to fade. First the hull and then the bulkheads as we cowered there afraid. For as the Christian disappeared, the last to slip from view were the bones of Jamie Dawson and his crew. Yes, the bones of Jamie Dawson and his crew. There are stories of the Dutchman, the Celeste and Barnum's Pride. There are stories of the horseman and the lady at his side. But the tale that chills my spirit, and I swear to God it's true, is the tale of Jamie Dawson and his crew. Yes, the tale of Dawson's Christian and her crew.
We are the bold and rakish crew of the good ship Manatee. They say that we're the strangest bunch to sail the starry sea. Oh, if your engines match our warp and catch us if you can, we'll drink a brew and journeys through round old Aldebaran. All hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. They say she is the hardest ship that ever tried to fly. Our captain built a model of the palace at Versailles across the recreation room, and no one could get by. One night she heard what sounded like a mighty cannon's roar. Versailles had blown to kingdom come, as had the rec room floor. All hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. 'Tis true she is the strangest ship that ever tried to fly. The astrogator has a way with plants of every type. She nurtures alien vegetables and cooks them when they're ripe. She had a vegan orchid once that ate the captain's cat, then terrorized the ship's exec until she squashed it flat. All hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. 'Tis true she is the hardest ship that ever tried to fly. Our engineer's a singer, but don't tell the captain that. He writes his verses in the hold and wears a cowboy hat. And sometimes on the first watch one can hear a mournful voice sing lonesome country tunes. I wish she'd offer us a choice. All hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. It's true she is the hardest ship that ever tried to fly. Our doctor is a curious soul, an operating man. He takes out spleens to Beethoven and Cacciatorian. One day he grabbed a crewman who had called the doc a quack. We couldn't look at what he took. Oh, doc, please put it back. All hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. 'Tis true she is the hardest ship that ever tried to fly. Yeah, all hail the Manatee, heads up she's passing by. 'Tis true she is the hardest ship that ever tried to fly.
Sleek and clean, the death machines stand ready on the decks. Inside, the men who fight in them run through their final checks. Absorbed in it, the pilots sit, their lives unmoved by hate. For those that fly make others die and never touch their fate. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. inbound trip without a slip. The shuttle drops them free. They set the track for their attack. The backup comps agree. Now trim the jet and don't forget to plot in the return. It's time to go for down below the planet that must burn. He just flies the bomber. He never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Make the run so quick it's done, and Jet screams toward the ground. But moving fast, they're so far past, they never hear the sound. A final turn is from the stern, they watch the mushrooms grow. They fill the night with deadly light, and kill the world below. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber. Aboard the shuttle, there'll be time enough to think what they've done. They'll find their antiseptic war won't leave them with the place that they can run. Nowhere to run. Untroubled sleep for one with such a debt. Guilt alone will not atone nor let a soul forget. Those cries and screams, they're not just dreams, imagination's lies. Goddamn the whore, the bitch you whore, you killers from the skies. He just flies the bomber, he never sees their eyes when the hell comes down. He just flies the bomber.
Do me a favor, piano man, please. I want you to write me a song. They call me the hero of Antelope's Run, and I've gotta show them they're wrong. You see, it all started a week ago in the bar down on Corridor 3. There was nobody there but us regular bums, two losers, the barman and me. Slopping up booze in the north corner booth was the old man they called Captain Jed, 'cause he owned a tramp freighter, the old Antelope, a ship that like him was half dead. Now Molly, they say, was a crack pilot once, a gal with a brilliant career, but then she started doping on Regulus One and finally washed out down here. And me, well, I wanted the Navy bad, but it seems that they didn't want me. So I stopped chasing stars, started sweeping up bars, for bed, board, and all my drinks free. It was quiet that night with the docks closed down. There was nothing doing for a week. Not a ship was in port, but the old Antelope, when the red alert started to shriek. The whole station shook like a hurt living thing. Then the lights dimmed and faded away. Then the gravity went. Then the air pumps cut out, and the bartender started to pray. I stole that bilge, head for the Antelope now. Jed's voice cut the dark like a knife. The station reactor's gone critical load, so run to the docks for your life. When we got to the docks, we found waiting out there every soul that had been left alive. They begged with their eyes for poor old Captain Jet to tell them all how to survive. Break out the suits, said the captain to them, 'cause it's dark and it's airless and cold. But I swear I can get you all out of here safe, packed into the Antelope's hold. Molly, yes, can you navigate? Aye, she said, who do we have for a crew? The Antelope needs only 3 hands, he said, and I think our young friend here will do. The confident look that he flashed at me then made my heart turn over with pride. I never once thought about backing away. I think I would rather have died. 200 alive in the Antelope's hold, and the captain and Molly and me. We slammed the lock just as the station blew wide. Jet hit the main jets to get free. Now that kind of G-force is rough on the heart, too much for his ticker to take. So when we came around and we saw how he lay, we knew Captain Jet wouldn't wait. So I took the comm and the engineer boards, and Molly took helm and the nav, with the manuals spread out all over the deck, and her mind for what they didn't have. She worked at that comp like a crazy machine, while her hands shook like grass in the breeze. But her skill was still sharp, and she jumped us 3 times, never minding the shakes and DTs. 3 jumps made clean, only 1 more was left when the ship's alarm started to blast. Her old worn-out seals had come loose in the stress. We were losing our heat and air fast. On the bridge, there was only 1 vacuum suit left. Well, they say Lady Luck is stone blind. Heads or tails was the question I started to ask. Then I felt myself hit from behind. When I came to again, I was sealed in the suit. She was belted down tight in her chair, with her hands on the console, a smile on her lips, and the ice on her face and her hair. Here's the instructions to get us all home. I saw she had left on the screen. If any old shipmates should ask after Moll, just tell them she finally died clean. I made the last jump just like she'd told me to, and I brought the ship in like she'd said. They call me a hero now for what I did, but they don't mention Molly and Ted. So write me that song now, piano man, please, and sing it out often and loud, so they all know the story of